Hello crafters, this is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm going to do a tutorial on putting together this cute little banner die set that I made for my daughter in a sort of a pink princess Disney theme. I made 4 of them so far. Haven't punched this one out yet. And I did back it on 110-pound cardstock. Can you see the pink in the back too? So it's a pinky blue. This pattern paper is from Frank Garcia and Just Like Magic, Frank Garcia. So I will put a link for Frank Garcia Studio. Not sure if he sells the whole entire thing, but super cute. If you love pink, you want to make a banner for yourself or for your daughter. In my case, I'm making it for my daughter. She loves Disney, the princess, the pinks, and all this cute stuff. Alrighty. This is actually a die from Honeybee Stamps, a Christmas globe. So you would normally have the orientation this way, going down. But I decided I liked it as a banner. And I made these holes in it, and I want to put string through it for my daughter. So, and have it looped out in her room, something pretty. So I just haven't figured out what ribbon I want to use yet. I'll find something, probably at Hobby Lobby. But anyway, back to this little set. Snow globe, A2 shaker. So this is a snow globe that's an A2 size. That's why I used it like that banner to make a banner, because it's a nice generous size. 5.5 by 4 1/4. And the 4 1/4 is here to here, not up here. Up here, this is at 3 7/8 of an inch, okay? And what makes it a shaker? You have that base piece, and then you have this, which gives you that shaker top. And then this is just a layer on top of here, which, as you can see, I haven't even used that. I could cut another piece and put another color, but for this, I think I like the blue. I just need to make up my mind and get it going. So run over to Honeybee, get that with the 15% off. Also, if you're going to go this weekend, don't forget cone flour. That's in stock too, so you can get these 2 things. This for cards, just in general, a card. You don't have to make it into a shaker either. It's super cute. Christmas, you can put, make a whole scene in there, or be like me and turn it upside down and turn it into a shaker. And surprising, my shakers turned out really well in this. I didn't overstuff it, I didn't understuff it. You could make one. You could stick stuff on the outside of it like this. You see? Because you have space. You could do flowers. That looks funky, but I would put it here. And then you could put letters in here, cut it out with your electronic die cut machine at this size, I was thinking of doing, Gina, but then, I don't know. I don't have anything that big. I don't feel like pulling out my electronic machine, my silhouette. Trying to make this quick, pre-cut. This 110-pound cardstock from Michaels. That's the base. Let me leave the die out here so you can see. That's this piece. Right there, the base. Then I cut this again from the base, but I just, this is going to be covered up. This is for the inside. And in this, you have to look at the orientation, because I'm using it as a banner. So yes, I have to turn it upside down. Just, if you don't have a lot of paper, just slow down at that point. Tell everybody, just give me a second so you can get the orientation right. Because once you cut it, yeah, that's it. See, curved, straight. It's not going to work. Here, this is some Dollar Tree sequins. I'm making another banner for my daughter, but just with love in it instead. And then this is also the acetate, which is a hot mess. That's also cut out of this big piece. And then we have now what makes it the shaker. This is using that Dollar Tree school foam board. I can tell already just by touching it. And this is also a little top I did. Oh, I didn't put anything on this. This is just, glitter cardstock. Alrighty, let's put it together. So I'm going to turn it upside down for my sanity. And here I'm going to use some double-sided tape because it's going to be on the inside, and once it's all sealed up, I want it to stay nice and secure, depending on who you're giving it to and how long you want it to last. So let's say I want this to last for a very long time. And what's the point of going through all of these layers if you're not going to want it to last for a while, right? Especially if you're giving it as a gift. That's the time you bust out score tape. I could do a combination. If you're on a tight budget, do a combo. Put score tape on the outside and then put, you know, scrapbook.com double-sided tape or cherry tape. You guys know I go through all three. I like to stretch out my score tape because I reserve my score tape for, you know, mini albums, but I am using it here. This is going to be hanging and I want it there for years to come, not once in a while. And then all of a sudden this is peeling from the inside. So I wouldn't use my ATG gun at this point. Alrighty, I'm gonna continue. Alrighty, so am I mixing my double-sided tapes? Absolutely. Cheaper one on the inside, stronger one on the outside. Now remove the adhesive. Alrighty, so I removed the tape backing and now I'm going to adhere it. Now you do have a little wiggle room because, you know, you're, oh, this is actually going on straight. Surprise, surprise. I do have maybe around 1/4 inch clearing. See the clearing? I have a little bit of clearing, so I didn't have to have these ends cut out perfect. Alrighty, so there we go. That's the love. Now, at this point, I'm going to zoom the camera down. So I zoomed the camera down. I'm going to show you the marks that I made of where to punch this thing at. Yes, Tim Holtz comes out to play. Tell you, when I'm doing this type of measuring and construction, this is when I use my Tim Holtz. So I'm turning it this way because this is a straight edge, okay? So now we're going to use the Tim Holtz ruler here. That's the centering. So I'm going to center it from edge to edge. Right here, I think I did 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch. This is 3/8 of an inch. That's right there along the edge. And 2 1/8, that's the 2 corners. Here is the dead center. So now, right now, I am straight. I'm going to do right here at about 1/2 inch in. It's a little bit more than 1/2 inch, but that's okay. Right here. This is where I'm going to use my crocodile. You see the 2 points? You can use your ruler and, you know, figure it out yourself, but I like the Tim Holtz. So from the center, let me break it down for you even more. So from the center, I'm going 1 1/2, 1 1/2 inch out on either side. This is 1 1/2 inch. That's 1 1/2 inch. So here to here is 1 1/2, here to here is 1 1/2, here to here, 3/8 of an inch, okay? So have that done. Now I can continue. And now I'm going to adhere this down. I did put scrapbook.com tape actually. I love this foam board. I bet you with school starting, I bet you can't find it at the Dollar Tree. Or maybe you can find it. Maybe, you know, they bring in so many now because it is back to school actually. All right, I'm putting a little bit of glue here just for my sanity. Yes, I'm using my Barely Art glue. It doesn't dry as quickly as the art glitter. Art glitter, I would have had to be moving much faster and praying it's not drying. Go here and put it on like so. Alrighty, so I adhered that down, let it set. Look at what happened with my pin. I had to get another pin. I'm waiting for it to come into the mail. You see what happens with these things? Once you leave it open too long, the pin bend. Now it's like, yeah. Yeah, I know. These pin things. Okay, so we have the love. Now I'm going to take my Dollar Tree sequins, which are in these great colors. I'm going to use, see now this is when, yeah, look at that. This is when the jars from scrapbook.com come in handy for this. The one that I showed you guys for this exact mess that's happening right now. Dollar Tree. Your sequins. And which color do I like better? I like this one. Are you starting to see it come together, guys? This is a great die set. Even for just that Christmas crafting is fabulous. You can, it's big enough for you to put all your critters in there too, with a house and ground them with land and trees and sky. It can all fit in this because it's big enough. Here is the acetate cut with that back layer, and I need to clear this acetate because it is a hot mess. And of course, I don't have my new powder tool that I just bought. I don't have it. It's upstairs and I'm not going upstairs. So it is what it is. I also have from, this was when Tuesday morning, I haven't been to Tuesday morning in so long, but I think somebody had said that they were going to stop carrying craft stuff. So this was from Tuesday morning, just for contrast. Okay, I think that seems like plenty. There we go. I used to love these from Tuesday morning. I have a bunch of them. Alrighty. Now, are they still carrying craft or did they stop? Because I haven't been in forever. Alrighty, now back again with our glue to stick on that. Yes, I'm not using anti-static powder. If you have it, use it. I'm not moving. I am tired. And if I go upstairs, I'm not coming back down. So I'm going to just do this for you guys to show you how to make this cute little banner. So here I am using my Barely Art glue. I'm going to go this time I'm going to go more so I can get, just in case I need to shift. Kind of there. Alrighty. Here is my acetate. I think my acetate is the one that was giving all these little fibers from the die cutting. Are we good? Yes, we're good. Alrighty, just leave it. I don't like to shake it once I stick it down like this. I like the wet glue to get a little time to cure and not mess with the sequins. So just leave it like so. Okay, there we are. Now I'm going to also put on my top. Maybe I should let that cure first. All right, I'll be right back. Alrighty, crafters, this thing is going to take a while to dry because it is wet glue on acetate. All right, so I'm going to put, I have a little bit of scrapbook.com adhesive, which is on sale now. So this is a good time to stock up on it. Or you could use, that was just there on the bottom, or you could go back to your score tape. Why not? Put a little bit of glue. If you put a little bit of glue too, that helps it last long. Alrighty, and I'm going to just gently put it on like so. Alrighty. Now, I did punch through all these layers, okay? And there you have it. So, right side up, it can be a shaker that way or down this way with the love. Isn't that cute? I'm gonna let it set a little bit and I'll be back to show you how to punch it with the We Are Memory Keepers. Oh goodness, what is the name of this thing? I wanna say Big Chomper, Big Bite. Big Bite? I'll put the proper name here. Because they're all like, oh, Chomper is the corner. This is the Big Bite. This is the one that you can use to set eyelets, punch through leather, and punch through heavy chipboard. That's why it can go through this. It's one of those craft tools. Yes, it's an investment, but it will last forever. And if you do other things besides just paper crafting, you know, jewelry, leather, and all that, it's a great tool for that. Let me get it. Big Bite. You buy it one time, you don't buy it again. I mean, you'd have to really, you could kill somebody with this thing. That's how solid it is. It is an investment. Alrighty, I'll be back. I'm gonna let it dry. Okay, crafters, so I'm back. I had to give it time to have the acetate stick to the foam and the top here to stick to the acetate and no shifting because this, everything dries slower against that acetate, okay? Alrighty, so this is our little dome. And as you can see, all my bits finally are moving good, even without using the anti-static, which is great. One or two is sticking here, but not as bad as before. I don't know what was happening before. On the blue one, as you can see, I have it like this, you know, plain. And on this one, I decided to cut this piece in a different color, okay? Just to show you guys that you could change here. I could do that if I wanted, but I kind of like it with the blue, and I can put the whatever ribbon, I just haven't found it yet, that I'll put in. I could go in the front or behind and tie it, but here I'm going to do it here so you can see that there is options, and don't we love options? So I'm going to adhere this as well. So this is now a few layers deep, right? Because when I punch it, I want it punched properly. I didn't punch each layer. I'm going to punch it one time, so then I get through all the layers. So if I make a mistake, it's a mistake on every layer. Alrighty, I'm going to put a little bit of wet glue on this because I'm sticking this on glitter, and glitter doesn't generally like any kind of double-sided tape. It's sort of like, ew, it's double-sided. The two of them just don't get along that well. So I'm gonna put a little hair of wet glue in there. See how easy this comes together? Look at that. Am I straight? Okay. Cute. That's glitter from, I think that's Joann's. I get glitter everywhere. But it's usually big box store that I get glitter. You know, your Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Joann's. I don't buy them by the sheet online because I can't see it. I have to see it first to know, oh yes, that's great glitter. All right, so I'm gonna give this another second to dry. So you see I'm picking up the colors, and then when it's hanging, there is the love. She can shake it. If you wanted to put it in a card, then yes, the love would have been oriented, you know, facing down. Or I guess you could put it in a card this way, but it looks odd this way for a card. But it looks great this way for a banner. Alrighty, let me let that set. In the meantime, let me go ahead and punch this one, because I didn't punch this one yet. All right, my big bite is huge, heavy duty. Here, this is where you do the eyelet, where you set the eyelet. Here is where you can punch for the eyelet, either this size or this size. For this, I'm gonna go, you select, now be careful with this thing, because you can squeeze your fingers, and so this is on eyelet setting. Slide it down one, that's on that setting. You see it? So if you're punching shoelaces or something for the kids, you would use this one. I'm gonna go the last one, which is it. So I slide the top all the way in. That's that one. That's the size I'm using, which says 3/16. Guess it's 3/16 of an inch. And the beauty of this, as opposed to their regular hole punch, the hole punch that they have, the little handheld one, ends here. This one goes all the way 6 inches in. So if you have 12 by 12 cardstock, you're doing something here where you want to put an eyelet in the middle of it. You see where it's punching? This is 12 inches wide, and you see how it's punching? It would punch dead center. And this thing works well. So even if you have, you know, hand issues, it shouldn't hurt too much using it because it's a heavy duty tool. Alrighty, I'm going to, oh, how am I gonna film this? To show you guys. All right, so when it's coming down, you center it to that little mark that I have. Can you see the little pencil mark? All right, let me zoom down. I'm gonna try and use this sideways and hope I don't squeeze the heck out of my finger. All right, so there it is. And there's the little hole, okay? The little dot. So I'm gonna line it up in here. So you'll see it. It's hard to show it here on video because you kind of have to do it overhead, like so, and then punch it. See how it goes all the way through everything? Yeah, that good. So the reason I could use an eyelet, I thought about it after the fact. If I had put an eyelet in here, I would have only done it on this top layer. It couldn't go through everything because an eyelet isn't that deep. Hope I'm making sense. Some of you crafters are like, oh yeah, I see what she's saying. Yeah, I would have had to have done it on the top. But then if I did an eyelet and had the back underneath here, it would have kind of crumpled everything around. I don't know. I was just like, no, it has enough. I could always put a reinforcer if I wanted. Let's go again. Make sure that I am. And you can see it. You can see where you're centered at, okay? And you put it down. See those feet? And there you go. All right, I'm going to zoom out now. All right, I'm going to do it on the next one. So you see how it is right there? Cute. And on this, some of them I did glue down, not with wet glue. Oh no, you guys know. Distress collage medium. That's what glues these in place. Some of the sequins. See, so everything doesn't fall. So some of the ones that you see that are not moving, Distress collage medium. Tim Holtz said that one day, and I was like, I took that workshop, and we were using it, and I was like, oh my goodness, this really works. You want to put some of those Prima flowers, those fabric flowers, stick them all out here. Use that Distress collage medium. You use hot glue gun against this acetate, it may warp the heck out of it too. I will link this bottle, but get this size. Get the 2 ounce. The other size has a bigger nozzle, and it's just messy. This one has a more of a finer tip. Alrighty, so we're gonna do it again, and I'm gonna do it at a higher level so you can see how you would operate this in real life. So you come in at the side, you kind of look at it, and you press it down a little bit just to see where you don't press it all the way through. You want to see where the little feet are going to land. There we go. All right, ready? Punched. And I'm punching it from the back, not the front. See, because I'm keeping the front flat. The back, it gets a little bend from the pressure, but that's okay. It's the back. See how thick it's going through? All those layers. Let's do it one last time because this is the last one. So this is where that Tim Holtz ruler comes in very, very handy. So if you have like a sewing ruler, something, or quilting, something that gives you that nice center, there we go. There you have it. Love. See? And I could have picked some of these sequins and glued it down with the distress collage. But if you do use collage in here, set a few pieces with the collage, leave it. Just leave it. Don't shake everything because this takes a little while to dry. So don't, it's just like everything else. Just give it a little time, 20 minutes or so. Then come back in and it's all good. Alrighty crafters, that's the tutorial. Run over to Honeybee Stamps and get your Snow Globe A2 Shaker die set. Super cute, 15% off, don't even need a code. Just get it at Honeybee Stamps. Yay! And don't forget, add that cone flower too. If you're interested, I will link it below, cone flower. And if I was to put this on here, I sure would. Even if I was to put foam dots on this, I would put, because of the acetate, I would do foam dots here, then drops of the collage medium on top of the foam, and then stick it down. Hopefully I'm making sense to you guys. Yeah, this one holds, and holds very well. Okay, crafters, so until the next video. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye.